On October 3rd, 2025, the atmosphere at Incheon International Airport felt different. Hundreds of fans had gathered since dawn, holding banners, cameras, and Purple Heart balloons. Their mission was simple: to welcome BTS's Jimin back home after his dazzling appearance at Paris Fashion Week. This wasn't just a celebrity returning from an overseas event. For ARMY, it was a reunion with a star who had endured military service, who had walked the world stage in Paris, and who was now back on Korean soil, signaling a new chapter in his career. The excitement had started days earlier, on September 30th, when Jimin appeared at Incheon Airport before flying to Paris. Dressed in a beige shirt, with a few buttons undone to reveal his toned frame, he radiated post-military confidence. It was casual yet daring, a look that sparked countless social media discussions. Fans couldn't help but notice how his physique had sharpened after his service. Many called it his post-military glow-up, proof that Jimin's discipline and resilience during his time in uniform had transformed into a new kind of elegance. Paris Fashion Week has always been known for its extravagance and high-profile guests, but when Jimin arrived at the Dior SS26 collection show on October 1st, the spotlight immediately shifted to him. AS Dior's global ambassador, Jimin, did not disappoint. His choice of outfit, a sleek black blazer worn without a shirt, became one of the most viral looks of the entire event. Cameras flashed endlessly as he walked the red carpet, his toned abs a silent testament to his hard work during service. In just a few hours, photos of Jimin dominated fashion pages and ARMY timelines alike. Paris had been expecting elegance, but what Jimin brought was power, artistry, and a fearless sense of style. The impact of Jimin's Paris Fashion Week appearance could be measured in real time. Within minutes, hashtags like #JiminInParis, #DiorKingJimin, and #ParkJimin@PFW trended globally. Fashion critics praised his ability to combine simplicity with boldness, while fans compared the look to some of his most iconic stage outfits. One ARMY wrote on X, "Jimin isn't just wearing Dior, he is Dior." Another added, "Only he could make Paris Fashion Week feel like a BTS concert." After just 2 days in Paris, Jimin quietly boarded a flight back to Seoul. HYB gave no official confirmation about his arrival, but fans were already prepared at the airport. By the afternoon of October 3rd, crowds cheered as Jimin was spotted making his way through Incheon. Though he remained modest and understated, his presence drew screams, tears, and laughter from ARMY who had waited hours just for a glimpse. Hashtags like #JiminHomeFromParis and #WelcomeBackJimin soon dominated online conversations. While Jimin's Paris appearance solidified his role as a fashion powerhouse, it also symbolized something deeper: his smooth transition from military life back into the spotlight. He had promised fans during his discharge in June that he would return stronger and sooner than expected, and this trip felt like proof that he had kept his word. Beyond music and fashion, Jimin and his family have also been active in philanthropy. Just weeks earlier, they made a donation to support Korean soldiers, a gesture that earned admiration both inside and outside the fandom. Now that Jimin is back in Korea, speculation is growing about BTS's long-awaited group comeback. With all 7 members discharged from military service, fans believe that the next few months will be filled with teasers, new music, and global events. For Jimin, the Paris trip feels like a symbolic first step into this new era. His effortless ability to command attention in Paris proves that he is ready to conquer not only the stage, but also the world of fashion, philanthropy, and beyond. Perhaps the most powerful part of Jimin's Paris journey was not just his outfits or the photo shoots, but the way ARMY responded. Their cheers at the airport, their endless trending hashtags, their emotional fan edits, all of it reminded the world that BTS and ARMY are inseparable. As one fan beautifully wrote, "Wherever Jimin goes, Paris, Seoul, or anywhere else, ARMY will be waiting for him." That's not fandom, that's family. Jimin's return from Paris Fashion Week may have lasted only a few days, but its meaning will last much longer. It represents confidence after hardship, artistry after service, and hope after silence. For Jimin, for BTS, and for ARMY, this homecoming is more than a simple flight from Paris to Seoul. It is a promise that the best is yet to come. What made Jimin's Paris Fashion Week journey even more captivating was the silence surrounding it. Unlike some idols who flood social media with posts, Jimin allowed the world to see him through candid photos, fashion cameras, and the eyes of ARMY. That silence created mystery, a mystery that made fans search harder, tweet louder, and trend his name longer. When he finally stepped into Paris with that iconic black blazer look, the silence shattered, replaced by a storm of admiration. It wasn't just Jimin making an appearance. It was Jimin reminding the world that sometimes presence speaks louder than words. For years, Jimin has been more than just a K-pop idol. He has become a cultural ambassador, seamlessly moving between music, fashion, philanthropy, and social impact. Paris Fashion Week reaffirmed this. Global outlets like Vogue and Elle didn't just describe him as a Dior ambassador, they called him a new global icon redefining masculinity and grace. His influence has stretched far beyond BTS's ARMY base, reaching luxury fashion critics, artists, and even political figures who see BTS as cultural leaders of South Korea. It might sound strange to those outside of K-pop culture, but in many ways, airports have become stages. When idols like Jimin walk through, dressed casually or elegantly, the cameras flash, fans scream, and the world watches. On October 3rd, 2025, Incheon Airport wasn't just a transportation hub. It was a stage where Jimin, without saying much, reminded the world of his duality. Both global superstar and humble young man. His wave, his shy smile, even his quick steps toward the exit. Each movement was captured like choreography. While Jimin didn't make a public speech upon arriving home, ARMY knows how to read between the lines. His Paris appearance and swift return carried a message: "I'm here, I'm healthy, I'm ready." This subtle communication is part of what makes the bond between BTS and ARMY so unique. They don't always need words. A glance, an outfit, or even a silence can be understood by millions. And for ARMY, Jimin's presence in Paris felt like a promise that the stage lights will soon turn back on, not for one, but for 7. Fashion Week may have been Jimin's latest global spotlight, but for ARMY, everything circles back to music. Speculation is growing that Jimin's bold fashion statements could be a preview of the themes BTS will explore in their upcoming comeback. Could the black blazer without a shirt symbolize vulnerability? Could his calm but powerful presence in Paris hint at the group's readiness to redefine themselves once more? Fans are already building theories, connecting Jimin's look to possible album aesthetics. Behind Jimin's rise to global stardom is his family, who remain a grounding force in his life. Just recently, his family's donation to Korean soldiers reminded fans that Jimin's success isn't just about fame, it's about values. This philanthropic gesture, coming so soon after his military discharge, showed how deeply he and his family respect service and sacrifice. For many fans, it made his Paris appearance feel even more profound. He was not just walking for Dior, he was walking as someone who embodies humility and honor. What makes every Jimin appearance extraordinary is not just what he does, but how the world responds. In New York, Paris, Seoul, or Tokyo, ARMY becomes his shadow. During his Paris Fashion Week moment, ARMY across continents live-streamed fashion coverage, translated French interviews in real time, and even organized group chats to monitor his every move. By the time he stepped back into Korea, ARMY in multiple time zones were awake, trending hashtags in unison. It was proof once again, Jimin doesn't walk alone. He carries millions with him.